Hi, I'm Gina. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, over the past couple of days, I have been doodling and doodling and doodling. And one of the things I realized was how long it's taken me to be able to do some types of drawings. And it actually gave me an idea for a new series, and it's called Help, I Can't and then I'll fill in the blank. Because as I was doodling, I realized that one of the things I struggled with early was trying to be able to draw a 5-petal flower without running out of room. You know, you can do 4 petals pretty simply, but sometimes getting that 5th petal in is just too big an obstacle. So this series will probably largely cater to very early stages of your art journey. And it's just going to be some things where I still may not do perfectly, but I feel like I have something to offer, some type of tidbit or suggestion or, example of how I was able to figure out how to do something. So I hope you'll find this helpful. And if you have any suggestions for things that you want to learn how to do that you just can't seem to figure out how to work out on your own after trying and trying and trying, then let me know. Shoot me a message and say, hey, I can't figure out how to do this. Can you do it? And if it's something I've never tried, I will definitely take a stab at it. And if I can figure it out, I will be glad to make a video and show you how I managed to find some success. So let me move this. And we're going to get started. And the first topic for this series I'm going to do today is called Help, I Can't Draw a 5-Petal Flower. I hope you'll stay with me. Okay, I've got just a piece of scrap paper. This is just copy paper. It was left over in my scrap pile, and I have a few sheets. So I'm going to bring you down close so that you can see. I am using this, it's called a journaling pen from EK Tools, and I lost the little piece that goes over it is here somewhere, but it has different size nibs, and I grabbed the 0.45 millimeter, which is kind of big, but I wanted you to be able to see it clearly on the video. You can go grab any old pen out of your drawer, it doesn't matter. The point is that you grab a pen, you grab a piece of paper, and you give it a try. Okay, so here we go. To space out the petals, I decided that the top of the petal should hit certain marks. So think about a clock face. I'm going to shoot for the top of my petal to hit 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. And 6 o'clock I skipped over because that's a good place for your stem. Of course, it doesn't have to be there, but for this exercise, that's what I'll do. I'm going to make my first petal so that it points at 12 o'clock. Okay? So then I'll make my second petal so that it points at 2 o'clock. Okay, we'll keep going around. I know I'm turning the paper, but it's just easier for me to draw that way. So that's a tip. Don't feel like you have to keep your page still. If you don't draw well this way, but you do better going up, then turn your page. Okay, just turn it. There's no rules here. Do what feels comfortable for you. Okay, so this one, I'm going to aim down at the 4 o'clock. Now I'm going to go for the 8. For the 8 o'clock. Okay, and now I'm going to go for the 10 o'clock. And there we go. And look, I left space, which is pointing down, which would be your 6 o'clock. And that's where the stem is going to go. As you can see, my loops aren't all symmetrical. They're not. I have a shaky hand. What do? You just keep practicing. You keep trying. Some turn out better than others. But the more you do something, the more your body gets a body memory. It gets used to how it feels when you do it over and over again. So you need to do it enough times to where your hand starts to get that body memory and starts to become more confident in your ability to make symmetrical loops. But on the other hand, who cares? I mean, if you care, you care. But that doesn't mean it's ruined. Of course not. If it ends up like that, and you're like, this one's a little wonky, just go with it. You can add a little bit of shading in the middle, because shading, if you do that in the middle, that draws your attention to the middle, and you're less likely to notice any kind of abnormalities in your petal. So let's just add a couple little lines going out, and look, you're drawing right toward the center, right? So, and you can even come out with some at the top. This is kind of thick. Normally for line shading, I would use a much smaller nib, but just so you can see it. And there you go. So it's not as noticeable once you add a little bit of shading to it. Or if that's a little bit too much for you, just add a circle, color in a circle. Let's do another one. Okay, so we'll start 12 o'clock. I'll make some little fat petals this time. And 2, and 4, and 8, and 10. There we go. Got a little wacky there toward the end. And that's another thing. If you struggle, try to slow down some. When I try to do things fast, it usually doesn't work out very well. At least not when I'm trying to draw something. Now, if you've ever watched Shada Campbell, this is something she suggests, and it works. Start out in pencil, okay? When I made these tulips, which I think probably came out the best of anything, of all of my doodles, I drew them out in pencil first, and that made a huge difference. I've watched so many of her videos, and I know you think, oh, it looks so easy. Oh, I can do that. And you sit down and it just does not look like hers. But I tell you, it made a huge difference when I finally pulled out a pencil and I listened to what she said and I did what she said. And she said to try to sketch it out. Now, if one of the problems is maybe your petals become different sizes. So it's like a wonky shape. It's not really a circle. Again, she says give yourself a circle. Okay, give yourself an idea of what your boundaries are. Okay, that makes sense, right? Okay, so I want it to be about this big, okay? And maybe put a little dot in the middle. So that's going to be your starting place. Okay, and again in my head I'm thinking 12 o'clock. So I'm going to come and I'm going to make this one, make it kind of round, kind of goofy. You know, it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth on the ends. It could be a little ragged. Okay, I'm going to come here and I'm going to make another one. Okay, and I'm going to come and make another one. I'm going to come down here toward the 8 o'clock. I'm going to make another one. And I'm going to complete it down here around 4 and make my last petal. Okay. So they're pretty much the same size and they're pretty much within that little area that I gave myself. And this one's much fuller, right? I have a lot of space in between my petals here. But this one, my petals are a lot fuller because you know why? It helped because I had my parameter. It helped to keep me on track. It's funny how that works. So now you can go over your pencil with your marker. It also helps to have the right strength magnifiers on so you can see. Okay, makes a big difference. All right, so here's our middle. And I'm going to come, and here's my first petal I made. And this one kind of overlapped, but I like that, so I'm going to let it overlap. So I'm going to come in, and I'm going to do this petal some like this. Okay. And I'm going to get this one out here like so. Okay, and I'm going to get this one And one more. Here's this one. And there you go. And yeah, I got a little wonky here, but you know what? It's fine. I can stick my stem here, right? There we go. Okay. Now, instead of doing the line shading, maybe you just want to add the center, add a little circle and color it in. Okay. That way, if one petal is bigger, you can adjust where your circle is located and you can make it look a little more symmetrical. So once you get your pen in, I have a kneaded eraser, which is awesome. If you don't have one of these, this is just really great to use. But you just go right over that pen mark and get rid of your pencil. Okay. There. And there you go. You have a 5-petal flower. There are tons of little tips and tricks that you can find online. This was just an example of how I go about drawing a 5-petal flower. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you give it a try. And I definitely hope you leave a comment and let me know what it is that you struggle with, what it is that you need help learning how to do. I would love to try to help you if I can. All right, that's going to be it for this one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.